Welcome to the Fitness Beginner Podcast, where we help you take the first steps on your fitness journey. Whether you're new to working out or you're looking to get back into it, we've got you covered with tips, tricks, and inspiration to help you reach your goals. So grab your workout gear and let's get started. All right, and we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Matt to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. It's Monday. I hope y'all are having the best Monday of your entire lives. I always like to say, if you don't start your week off right on Monday, then how you gonna have a good week? You got to start it off right on Monday. So y'all do something today. I know it's kind of late in the day now, but hopefully y'all did something today to start your week off on the right note, on the right track to get you set up to be successful throughout the rest of the week. That could be anything as getting a workout in, going for a walk, doing something that you've had on your list of things to do for a while that you hadn't done, starting on that new side job that you said you was going to do, or maybe it was spending time with some loved ones or something to that effect. I don't know. Do something that puts you in the right state of mind on Monday to kind of get you having a positive mindset about the rest of the week. Because if you have a bad Monday, you're gonna be setting yourself up for a bad rest of the week. So we got a good podcast for y'all today. We're gonna take it back to how we normally set the podcast up. I know last week we did something different. We did an interview style podcast, which I enjoyed a lot. Nicholas, if you're listening to this, thanks for joining the podcast. I appreciate it. I hope y'all like the different interview style podcasts that we did. I wanted to apologize for the sound quality on last week's podcast. I used a different mic than I normally did because we did it in his shop. I didn't have my normal setup, so it didn't sound good, and my mic had a bunch of like hissing noise. So I apologize for that. I tried to fix it as best I could, but hey, it is what it is. I still got the podcast out there, so I hope y'all can listen to it and enjoy it. And if you hadn't listened to it yet, I suggest go back and listening to it. Nicholas is very educational when it comes to the supplement side of things, and he has some good insights that we talked about in that podcast. So y'all go check it out. It's the last podcast, episode 52, where I interviewed Nicholas Drinker. He is a local supplement store owner here in the area that I live in. So yeah, y'all go check it out and let me know if y'all like the interview style podcast. I've been wanting to do an interview for a while, and I just got around to doing one. I'm looking to do some more here in the future. If you know somebody that I make an interview, let me know. I think I have a few lined up here in the future, but yeah, or if you want to be interviewed on the podcast, let me know. I'd love to do it. You ain't got to be no professional or anything. If you just a fitness enthusiast like myself, hey, we can chit chat it up, and I'm sure we can get some value out of it. So y'all let me know. So with that being said, we're gonna hop into the podcast, and we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna update y'all about myself first. Still, just training as usual. I'm getting to the point to where I miss working out. Like I miss doing weights. I've been doing strictly endurance training, and luckily, if I get lucky, I'll do one workout a week with just some body weight style workouts, which is actually what I got to do today. I swam this morning. I got to do my normal workout that I do on Monday. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. It's kind of late, but probably do like a quick little 30-minute full body like hit style workout after this. But I miss doing the weights. I'm ready to get back in the gym. Like I'm getting antsy. I'm ready for the Ironman to be here so I can get back in the gym because I miss it. It's what I'm used to doing. So I'm ready to get back to what I'm used to. I keep telling myself I only gotta go to November, which I can do. It's not that far. It's only like 3 months away now. It's like 90 days away until my Ironman. So I think I can stick it out for another 3 months or so. And then I'll be back in the weights like usual. I'm losing a lot of weight. I'm down about 20 pounds, like 18 to 20 pounds, depending on the time of the day that I weigh. But yeah, I don't like it. I got skinny. I lost a lot of muscle, but I'm actually holding on to a pretty good amount of it. But as far as strength goes, I definitely lost some strength because I worked out a couple times and I can't do nowhere near the amount of weight that I was doing before. But that's all good. We're going to get back in the gym afterwards and we're going to get the strength back. So I'm not too worried about that. I can definitely tell I got smaller though because all my clothes are big. Like all my clothes fit. They like swallow me now. So I gotta get back in the gym so I can fill my shirts back out. But yeah, enough about me. We're gonna hop into the quick tip of today's podcast, which is when you're first starting out on your fitness journey or you're getting back into your fitness journey, you don't have to start working out in the gym. Like, you don't have to go to the gym to work out. I know a lot of people are terrified or frightened or scared of going into the gym because there's a lot of things to be scared about. I understand, like not everybody feels comfortable in the gym. Well, that's the good thing about fitness is you don't have to go to the gym. You can literally work out at home with whatever you have. You may not have any workout equipment, no problem. You can start working out with your body weight. You can start working out with household items you have around your house. You can literally do full body workouts with just your body weight, or you can go pick up some heavy things in your house and you can literally use them as weights. Like during the quarantine, during COVID, I was lifting any and everything I had in my backyard to put on to lift weights. I mean, I literally was lifting like 4x4 boards and things like that. Anything that had any weight to it, like buckets full of anything I could put in the bucket, like buckets full of sand or something to that effect. Just anything that was heavy that I could lift and I can make a workout out of it. So that's my tip is if you don't have a gym membership, don't worry about it. You can still get to go work out at home. Go for a walk. Go for a run. All that's free. You don't need a treadmill. You don't have to have a gym to go for a walk. You can do that for free. All you need is your phone, maybe a TV, and you can look up a workout, at home workout, and literally do it in your living room with no equipment whatsoever. So don't think you have to have some fancy gym membership and you have to drive always to the gym every time you want to work out. No, you don't need that. Literally, you can do it in your living room. You can literally turn on Netflix and work out in your living room at the same time. You can knock out two birds with one stone. It's that easy. You just got to be willing to actually do it. You got to have the discipline to actually do it. That's the hard part. So yeah, that's my quick tip of the day. We're going to hop into today's topic, which is the proper way to progressive overload. So this is going to be key, not just for the people that want to build muscle. This is going to be key for everybody. People that want to build muscle, people that want to lose weight, people that just any of your goals you have in the gym. Progressive overload is going to be the way that you get to that goal. When you think of progressive overload, you mainly think of lifting weights, getting heavier and stronger with the weights. But this also applies to losing weight as well. Because like say you're starting out with a 30-minute walk, and this is going to help you get to your goal of losing 20 pounds. Well, progressive overload can be making that walk longer. You can make that 30-minute walk a 45-minute walk, and then eventually making that 45-minute walk an hour-long walk. So this would be considered progressive overload. You're constantly making it harder. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get into a little bit more about progressive overload, what it is, mistakes you need to avoid, common techniques, things like that. We're going to get into everything progressive overload. And hopefully y'all can take something that y'all learned today and apply it into your own fitness journey. And this hopefully will help you hit your own goals when it comes to your fitness journey or your fitness goals. So first and foremost, what is progressive overload? Progressive overload is the gradual increase of stress placed on your muscles over time to induce growth and strength gains. What does this mean? So think of it as challenging your muscles with a bit more weight or intensity. Don't just have to be increasing weight. It can be increasing of intensity as well. Each workout to encourage growth. Because in order for you to build muscle to get stronger, you have to increase these things over time in order for your body to want to adapt to them. Because if your body don't have to adapt because it can already do that weight, then it's not going to feel the need to build more muscle to get stronger. So your body is a machine. Your body can adapt to anything that you throw at it. So if you're not giving it any reason to adapt, it's not going to adapt. So if you're not increasing the weights over time, then your body's just going to stay the same. Your strength's going to stay the same. So it don't have a reason to get stronger. So you got to progressively increase these weights or increase the intensity of your workouts for your body to get stronger over time. So why is progressive overload important? It's the adaptation principle. So muscle adapts to new challenges. So consistently pushing the limits encourages continued growth. So if you're not pushing the limits, you're not going to grow, period, because your body has no reason to grow. But when you push your body's limits, then your body's saying, oh crap, what are you doing to me? I don't know how to handle this. What am I going to do? I'm going to get stronger so I can fight these stresses that you're putting on your body. You put that stress on your muscles then adapt to it and it grows and gets stronger to overcome those stresses in the future. So that's how you get stronger. So this prevents plateaus. So overloading your muscles prevents hitting strength plateaus by forcing your body to constantly adapt. Because if you just go in the gym and you do 225 on bench every single time you work out, you're eventually going to get to a point to where you plateau and you can only do 225 for example, just say 10 times and you can't do it no more. Eventually you'll hit that plateau and you won't be able to do anymore. So what you need to do is raise the weight a little bit, but lower your reps. And then eventually your body will adapt to this and you'll get that new weight. Say you added 10 pounds to it. Then you could do 235 for like, say, 5 or 6 reps. Do that for a while until you can do it 8 reps. Then do it again so you can do it 10 reps. And then once you get it to 10 reps, then I'll say increase the weight again. Go to 245. And then do that until you can do it for 10 reps. So you constantly increase your weight over time. And this is how you'll get stronger as you progress. So next, we're going to hop into how to implement progressive overload. So you want to start with the baseline. Begin with weights that you can comfortably lift with proper technique, with proper form for a specific exercise. So for some of you, this may start with body weight. Like for most of you beginning, I would suggest starting with your body weight, honestly, like squats, uh, push-ups. That's going to be the beginning of your bench press, things like that. You don't need a lot of weight. Pull-ups are hard. You definitely can just use body weight. Most beginners probably won't even be able to do a pull-up. You might have to have some kind of assistance. But yeah, start with the baseline, a weight that you can comfortably do with proper technique, because you don't want to hurt yourself. If you're not doing proper technique, you will hurt yourself eventually. So you want to gradually increase the weight. So increase weight by a manageable amount, 5 to maybe 10% for compound lifts, as your current weight becomes manageable. As you get better at that 225, then you slowly want to increase that weight over time. When you first start out, you're going to get strong pretty quick, so you can increase that weight probably on a regular basis. But then as you're in the gym for a longer time, you won't be able to increase that weight as much as you normally would. For example, when you first start out, you may be going up 10 pounds every month. But then as you work out for a year, then you may only go up 5 pounds a month. And then you work out for another year, then you may only go up 1 pound a month. So that it's going to slow down because you're not getting those newbie gains anymore. But you still want to be trying to add a little bit of weight at a time. So also you can adjust your reps and you can adjust your sets. So increase your reps or your sets if you can't increase the weight yet. So this will help challenge the muscle further. So instead of doing 3 sets of 10, maybe do 3 sets of 12. And then once you get comfortable with doing 3 sets of 12, then maybe I'll add in another set. So do 4 sets of 10. And then once you can do 4 sets of 10, go to 4 sets of 12. So you're gradually increasing the reps and the sets until you're able to increase that weight. And then you also want to track your progress. So keep a workout journal, or it's 2023, use a fitness app. Everybody's got fitness apps nowadays. There's a ton of them out there. Pick one that you like and just go with it. Track all your data, track all your progress, and this will help you substantially when it comes to tracking that progress, so you know the weights that you started out with and how much you've increased over time. And this will give you a better understanding of how strong you've actually gotten, how close you are to your goals. Say you set a goal for how much you wanted to lift. This will help you track your progress to getting there, so you can have a better plan of actually getting there. That way you know how much you need to increase the weights every so often to get to that goal. So some progressive overload techniques. Linear progression. So this is steadily increase weight every workout or week. Like I said, this will slow down over time. It may start out every workout, and then as you do it for a while, it may go to every week, then every month, then every 2 months. Progress your weights in a linear fashion. So that's linear progression. So another way is pyramid set. So you can start with a lighter weight. Like your first set, do a lighter weight. Then your next set, increase the weight. And then maybe your next set, increase the weight again. And then after that, you'll decrease the weight and go back down. So you're going up and then down. That's why it's called a pyramid set. And another way is you have drop sets. So after hitting failure on one set, you can reduce the weight and continue until failure again. So say you did 225 or 10 reps, and that was the maximum you could get. Well, you could lower the weight down to 185 and then do it again until you got to failure. So that would be drop set. Another way is rest pause sets. So lift a heavy weight, rest briefly, and then lift again for a few more reps. So you don't actually like take a full on rest. You just take a split, like a very quick brief rest and then do it again. That's rest pause sets. That's another way. And then you also want to do some deload weeks. So periodically you want to reduce the intensity for recovery before you resume progress. So when you're destroying your muscles all the time working out, it's good for your body to take a few days off, take a week off or so to let your body recover all the way. You don't necessarily have to completely take off of working out. Like I wouldn't say take a whole entire week off and not going to the gym, but what you can do in that week is maybe take a couple of days off, but on the days you do work out that week, just do a lot less weight. So do your normal workout, but reduce the weight and the intensity a lot. This will help give your body a lot more time to recover. And honestly, you'll find yourself a lot of times coming back from a deload week, you'll find yourself coming back stronger than you were when you first started because your body actually had that time to repair its muscles. So then you actually got stronger. That's why rest and recovery is very, very important when it comes to building muscle. Because if you never give your muscles time to recover, they won't be able to get stronger. So you got to have those rest days. You got to have optimal time off. You got to have your sleep. And that's where these deload weeks can come into play because it lets your body recuperate. So speaking of your body, this is going to lead us into the next topic is listen to your body. Avoid overtraining. So rest days and recovery are crucial for muscle growth and for injury prevention. That's another thing, injury prevention. If you keep just destroying your muscles every day, they may be weak, they may be tired, and you're applying that progressive overload to them, and this could lead to injury. This could lead to overuse injuries, and that's not what we want. So it's key to get that rest. It's key to get that recovery, and then pay attention to your recovery. So ensure that you're getting adequate sleep. Make sure you're eating right. You need nutrient dense foods. Make sure you're getting hydration. This is going to support muscle repair. So not only does your sleep play a role in recovery, but your food plays a role in recovery as well. The nutrients that you're getting, and also if you're hydrated or not. Hydration is important for pretty much anything you do. So common mistakes to avoid when applying progressive overload. Number one, ego lifting. Lifting too heavy, sacrificing form, and this is going to risk injury. So you don't want to ego lift. One, ego lifting is doing nothing for you. Like you're not getting any benefit from it because you're doing way too much weight. You're not applying the stress to the muscle that you're trying to apply it to because you're using the rest of your body to do it. You're going to use momentum when you're ego lifting. You're doing too much weight. So don't do it. You're just going to get hurt. It don't give you any benefit. Only thing it may do for you is build your self-esteem a little bit, but that's not helping you. Like it's not doing you any good. Trust me, you're not going to be the strongest dude in the gym. So don't try to show off for anybody in the gym. All right, next, neglecting form. So proper form is key. If you want to target certain muscles effectively, and if you want to avoid injury, you got to know how to properly hit those muscles. You got to do the technique right, or if not, you're not going to be hitting the muscle that you're trying to hit. Say, for example, you're doing a bicep curl. You want to hit that bicep as best you can. You don't want to be rocking your whole upper body back and forth, swinging that weight up, because then guess what? You're just using the momentum from your body, rocking back and forth to get the weight up, and you're not applying the proper stress to your bicep that you should be. And this goes for any lift. So you got to have the proper form. I would suggest learning proper form on every lift before you actually start adding a lot of weight. So whenever you start a new workout, a new movement, learn how to do it first with just your body weight or just a bar or some light dumbbells. Learn how to do it that way first, and then you can start adding weight. Because trust me, you'll get a lot stronger at something if you're doing it with the proper technique than if you would do it if you were just halfway doing it or not performing the movement correctly. Then next, you have inconsistent progression. So stagnation due to failing to increase weight or intensity over time. So this is kind of like the opposite of progressive overload. If you're not increasing the weight, if you're not applying progressive overload, if you're not increasing the intensity over time, you're not going to get stronger. You're not going to see that progression. So you got to improve the intensity some way, whether that be how many reps you're doing, how many sets you're doing, how much weight you're doing, your rest times, things like that. So you got to make sure you're applying that progressive overload to that way you don't get inconsistent progression. So tailoring, next we're going to talk about tailoring progressive overload to your goals. So hypertrophy focus, you want to do high reps, 8 to 12 reps, moderate weight, and then your emphasis should be on muscle contraction. So really focus on that mind-muscle connection if your goal is hypertrophy. If your goal is strength focus, you want to do lower reps in the 1 to 6 rep range, somewhere in there. You want to do heavier weights, obviously, and that emphasis is going to be on increasing maximal strength. So if you want to get as strong as possible, you're doing a strength focus, and you want to stay in that lower rep range. And then next, if you're endurance focused, you want to do moderate to higher reps, so like 12 plus reps or so. You want to do lighter weight with shorter rest periods. This is going to improve like cardiovascular. It's going to help your endurance, things like that. So that's just kind of different focuses that you can focus on when you're trying to apply that progressive overload, depending on what your goals are. Not everybody has the same. Not everybody's going for the same end goal. So yeah, that's about all I got for y'all for applying progressive overload. That's just the basics. I mean, there's a lot more to it that we could go into, but we're just gonna go over the basics in this episode. So in conclusion, progressive overload is the backbone of muscle and strength gains. Like, you got to have progressive overload to get stronger, period. Because if you don't apply that new stress to your muscles, and your body will never rebuild your muscles to get stronger. Your body has no need to get stronger if you're not applying that progressive overload. You got to have patience and consistency. So Rome wasn't built in a day. Give your body time to adapt. It's going to take time. At first, you'll see some pretty good gains at first because you got the newbie gains. But over time, that progress is going to slow down. So this is when you really got to start increasing that intensity to help you see those better results. You got to be patient, and you got to be consistent, and you will see progress. I promise. And then the final tip is, remember, progressive overload is a journey. It's not a destination. So embrace the process, stay committed, and just watch your strength soar. Watch it get stronger. You will improve over time. Just stay with it. I promise. Your body is built to adapt to whatever's thrown at it. So if you're throwing the stresses at it, it's going to rebuild. It's going to get stronger. That's enough about progressive overload. I hope y'all learn something from that. Take that and apply it into your own fitness journey. But that leads us to the motivational quote of today's podcast, which is, believe in the power within you. It's the spark that ignites extraordinary journeys. So I'll read it again. Believe in the power within you. It's the spark that ignites extraordinary journeys. So what I get out of this quote, what I think it means to me is, if you believe in yourself, then it's going to take you on more journeys in life than if you was to not believe in yourself. When you believe that you can do better, when you can believe that you're meant for more, or when you believe that you can push yourself a little bit, then this is going to take you on these extraordinary journeys. This is going to take you to places that you never thought was possible, that you never thought you could make it to, or that you could go to, or goals that you never could achieve. For example, if you want to lose weight, if you don't believe that you can lose 50 pounds, you're never going to lose 50 pounds, period. Like, you got to believe it up here first before it will actually come true. So it's that power within you, inside of you, that's going to lead you to these things in life. It's going to lead you to being successful. It's going to lead you to places you never thought you could be. Honestly, I never thought I'd be right here on the internet doing a podcast talking to strangers that I don't even know. But I just believed in myself and started doing it and stayed consistent with it. And now we're here talking to y'all on the internet. So, yeah, if you wanna bench press 225, you better be in the gym every week bench pressing, and eventually you'll get there. But if you don't believe you can do it, you won't even put in the time or the effort to work your way up there. You won't even stay consistent with it because you're not going to be patient enough to see the process out, to fall in love with the process, to enjoy the process, and you'll never make it. So you gotta believe in that power within yourself. It all starts in the mind first. You got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, then who's going to believe in you? Nobody's going to believe in you. You got to believe in yourself first, and then other people will see that in you. If other people know that you 100% without a shadow of a doubt believe in something, then they will believe in that. They will believe in you too. Like if you don't believe you can lose the weight, nobody else is going to believe that you can lose the weight either, because they're going to think you're going to go back and do the same things that you're used to doing, eating potato chips at night right before you go to bed. But if they see you're serious about losing weight and you quit eating those chips, they can be like, okay, so-and-so is actually taking this kind of serious. And they're going to start believing in you too. And then it makes it a lot easier when you have that support system around you, supporting you, making you want to be better. And if you got people around you that's not supporting you, get rid of those people. Don't be hanging out with those people. Those people ain't for you. If they ain't supporting you, no matter what, and whatever you're trying to do, then you don't need to be around them. You need to find new friends or whatever. If you tell them you're trying to lose weight and they keep telling you that you ain't ever going to lose weight, or they keep offering you ice cream or whatever, those people ain't your friend. They still want the best in you, period. But you got to prove that to them. If you say you want to lose weight and then you going out and eating fried chicken every day, they don't believe in you because you don't even believe in yourself. So it all starts with you first, and then that affects everything around you. But you also can put yourself in the right places to help yourself be more successful. Like if you know you're trying to lose weight, then maybe don't go with your buddies that's going to drink on the weekend, because you ain't gonna be able to lose weight doing that. So you got to set yourself up for that. You got to put yourself in the right situation, the right surroundings. And this will help you be able to achieve your goals easier and more efficiently. So yeah, that's how I see that quote. How do y'all see it? Y'all let me know. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today in the podcast. I really enjoyed it. It was nice being back in my studio. I guess if you want to call it a studio, it's really not. It's just an extra bedroom in my house. But I like to call it a studio. It makes me feel fancy. I got a little podcast set up in here. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast last week, interview style. Y'all let me know. Hit me up in the DMs. If you have any podcast topics, or if you have anybody that I should interview, or if you want me to interview you on the podcast, let me know. We'll get them on here. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that's all I got today. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's week. It's only Monday, so y'all still got several days to do something positive, to get outside and go for a walk, get some sunlight, soak it up. Y'all need some vitamin D. Yeah. So I challenge y'all tomorrow, go to the gym, do a workout in your living room. Whatever you got to do, get it done. So that's it. Peace, love, protein. We out. Thanks for tuning in to the Fitness Beginner Podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring. Remember to always start small, set realistic goals, and most importantly, have fun. Don't forget to tune in next week for more tips and advice on how to kickstart your fitness journey. Until then, stay active and stay healthy.